Let me tell you how much that I love you. Let me tell you, me one say. Let me tell you how much that I love you. You found me no search. It's like you knew that inside I was hurting. I was so young, said no chance. But you gave me a shot at a romance. I feel like you were like an angel sent to bring me light. Now that I'm with you, me one say that me love you, that me love you, that me love. Hey, me no go one day wonder. Without my baby, without me love, without me love. And I dance and sing and I sing because you make my life complete. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I can't believe that this is for me. Oh yeah. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's for me. Shut up, 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 shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's for me. I've never felt this way. So when they ask us, say, oh yeah, we're going all the way. Tell me we happy, love you all the time and things. Sometimes I wonder if the thing could cut us under to get under. I know, but your love in my life control that. I laid out my life this way. Do anything to make you stay. All of the blessings they come my way, and all the bad things they turn and away. Sometimes life is such a scare. Your love gives me the strength to bear. Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's funny. Shut up, 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 shut up.
Greetings, greetings, family. Greetings and gratitudes. Um, got a little different setup today, as y'all know. Amen. Okay. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Gratitude. We will be bringing on and speaking with um, Mrs. Burrell, as well as Carina Harris, which is the family of Caleb Harris. He is the gentleman that we spoke about, that we're trying to assist, that we are hoping that we can get attorney Isaac Wright Jr. to get some interest in, so we can pull him in and see what we can do. So I am just waiting on the family to come on. So they already have the link. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah. They have the link, and I'm just kind of waiting for them to get in here. I hope everyone is okay. Um, oh, gratitude, I look good, y'all. Listen, don't flatter me. Out of the stuff, we'll talk about it later, but some stuff just happened, just went down, child. Y'all ain't gonna even believe it. It was diabolical, okay? But we gonna take care of business first. Um, hold on, y'all. All right. So, we're just, girl, this sure, I don't know what is going on. Listen, I'm discombobulated. If I told y'all what just happened, y'all would understand why I'm discombobulated. It, listen, stuff happened. Okay, stuff, the TF happened. And oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, guys. There we go. They hadn't gotten the link. I don't know what happened. I sent it over and they didn't see it. So I'm just waiting to see if they finally got it so we can get them on. I was supposed to do this on my computer. I've left the computer in the vehicle. The vehicle is not here. So we just gonna make it work. Gratitude to Aubrey for allowing me to use her phone just in case we can get the call in from Caleb himself. Um, so we're just waiting on the family to get in. Gratitude, everyone. Peace and blissfulness to everybody because stuff be overtime. Okay. It's overtime. She's doing good. Aubrey's doing well. She's doing great. Gratitude for asking. Um, so we're just waiting. Let me get pick Caleb's picture up so you guys can see who we're going to be speaking about today. This is Caleb Harris and Carina Harris. This is Caleb and his sister. Again, I'll just go ahead and give you some backstory on what has happened. And this is he and his mom there. Okay. So, as you all know, um, Caleb was 17 years old when tragedy happened. And, condolences to the family that this actually happened to. But the tragedy also happened to Caleb. Um, Here's his sister now. Let's bring her on stage. There she is. Karina,
Hello, everybody.
greetings. I'm sorry, I thought it came
Greetings.
through.
I'm
I guess
sorry.
it
I'm trying to
didn't
send
come
this to my
through.
mom at the same time.
It's okay. We having some
Okay.
technical stuffs going on.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. A lot better.
Good, 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 good. So I was
How
just
are
kind of
you?
going through girl, I am I'm here. I am here. It's been, it's been a weird day. It's been a weird day,
Absolutely.
Karina, but I am here. How's mom?
She's doing fine. Just excited.
She's okay. Okay. And where you sent her the link as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So as we getting into it, so again, Caleb was 17. That's his sister Karina. Karina was 10. And as she was explaining to me, Caleb, her big brother, was her superhero. Like she was telling me that,
Always.
always that you said Caleb was the only one that could get you into the bathtub. He was the only one that could like stop you from running around the house. So tell us a
Because
little bit about your experience with your brother.
I was a quick runner. So whenever they would try to like bathe me or comb my hair or do anything, I would make a dash for it. So he was the only one that could catch me. So that one time I made a run for it. He was chasing me, and they just were snapping pictures of every segment of us running through the house. But he's always been very active in my life, even with the situation. He's always been very active. We've always been very close. And this has just been very hard for me to have to live like this without my best friend.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
because you and your mom has had to develop a relationship with Caleb from the inside of the prison system in which he doesn't belong. Now, when we kind of spoke before, you said you wanted to like send condolences to the family
absolutely.
of the situation that took place, um, that kind of led to this whole crazy thing happening here.
Right. And it's just so tragic and it's horrible because From the outside perspective, this is a woman who had just had a baby. She had a little boy as well already, beautiful kids, nice family, and to have all of that ripped away from you in one fell swoop is like, I couldn't even imagine having a child, carrying it and delivering it, and then having something like that happen. Because they didn't get burned, they died from smoke ventilation.
So that's kind of what happened. Someone set their home on fire.
Yes. And she got burned up really bad. And it what made it even more tragic is she couldn't put herself out completely fast enough to get to her children.
Mm,
So it's like it's just a horrible, horrible situation. I could never even imagine having to live through that.
yeah,
So
I
I've
understand.
always wanted to, let the family know that we've never forgotten how horrible that was. We never forgot that day. We've never forgotten the pain she went through, everything her family had to overcome after that. We've never forgotten any of that. But still, with that in
Understood.
mind, my brother is not the
Yeah.
man who did this. So it's like,
Yes.
even though it's a horrible situation, fair has to be fair. Justice has to be justice. We can't I can't live the rest of my life with this being like this, knowing the truth.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
like, you opened up a doorway for me, gave me a running path, and I'm gonna run until it ain't no more road. I had been telling him that we needed to do this, but he was just so afraid of what was the backlash of what people might say about him, or anything else that may stop him from coming home.
Right. So, because what we're hoping is that we can get anybody that's watching, we want to flood the law office of Isaac Wright Jr. And this is Isaac Wright here. This is Isaac right there, and his number is at the top of that picture there. Um, but so can we go into
I just had to resend
con-
it to her again so she can come in.
okay, okay. I'm telling you, it's been a crazy day. It's been one of those days, and we just trying to do what's right for Mr. Caleb. So while we wait on your mom to come in, tell us about what you remember.
Um, Really, all I remember is getting up one morning, running through the house, and sitting in our living room because at the time we lived in Compton on Laurel Avenue. So I was sitting in the living room, probably waiting to mess with him or something, but he was down the hall in his room ironing his pants. He was at home the night before playing Go Fish with me, as a matter of fact, cheating.
So just a cheating, just a
just a
regular night, just a
just
regular
a
day.
regular night. It wasn't anything spectacular going on. It was just a regular night. I can't play my Nintendo because you done beat me in all the games and said that's the rule for the night. You done cheated me in Go Fish. Like, it was just a regular night. It wasn't anything extra going on. He went to bed. I went to bed. He used to do stuff like he would stay up late at night to make noises in the house to scare me because I was afraid of the dark. And then when I would be like, you know what, I'm gonna go get in the bed with my brother, he would spin out of the hallway like Mike Epps into my room and like, no, you're not. Like, you've been in here the whole time. It was just regular. It was nothing out of the norm,
Big brother stuff.
basically. So when he didn't come
Yeah.
home the next night, it was like I stayed up late. My mama had to force me to go to bed because I'm like, nah, like, I'm gonna keep my routine on what I do, on what I do.
And
But
so
he didn't
at that
come
point,
home.
Karina, did your mom already know that
No, had
Caleb
no
had went
idea.
to the police department?
No,
Because they didn't pick Caleb up. Let's let everyone understand this. They did not pick Caleb up. Caleb willfully went into the police department. He missed school before he went to school. He stopped into the police department because um, the person who
Someone
actually
has said to
committed the crime
him,
or something, right?
somebody has said to him, "Hey, look, the police been asking everybody about the incident that happened over here. He didn't even know what happened." So once they told him, they said, "Go to the police department and let them know you didn't have nothing to do with it." Instead of calling his mama, he like, "I'm really don't have nothing to do with it." So he just went down there, and they kept him. My mom didn't find out until late that night, like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, or the next morning.
Looking for her son, wondering where her son
Period. Because
was.
my mom did not allow us to. She wasn't that kind of mama that got bored with her kids. Sometimes we couldn't go outside. Like us being out all night, especially not knowing where we are. She was up all night. Like, where, I don't understand where he could be. And when she got the phone call, it was like, he in jail? He had never been to jail before, ever been in trouble or nothing. So it was like so much of a shock. And then for the reasons behind it, it was like, whoa, this is, he ain't never even been to jail before.
Right,
How do you go from not
right.
being ever feeling handcuffs on your skin ever to being behind whole door cells and bars and having so much security around you, and you still a kid? He had just turned 17.
Oh, he
So
had
it was
just
like,
turned 17.
yeah, his birthday is November 26th. He went to jail February 8th and never came back home. So it was like our whole world was paused. Like,
Mm,
literally, I've been living on pause.
mm,
My mother has been living on pause because it's like, how can
wow.
we really enjoy our life when every smile is momentary? When reality hits you every holiday, it goes back to what's missing.
Right.
And then
Hmm.
the facts and everything else that roll in is like, you just feel so let down by society and the judicial system that it's mind blowing
I
to have to live
understand.
like that.
So as we wait for your mom to be able to get on,
I
I
don't know
kind
what's
of
going on
want to
behind me.
just kind of like just speak on a couple things because, like you said, Caleb had been at home during the time the incident happened. He had been back and forth between your house, your mom's house, and his girlfriend's house because he had a girlfriend that would have been able to also um, give a testimony, but tell everyone why she was not able
Because
to
she
give her
had
testimony.
parents that were well off, we'll say. They were, I think her father was a doctor, and they didn't want her to have anything to do with it. So I don't know if they paid for her not to be involved or what took place, but yeah, she could have been a breaking point, a pin, because she was the one that was driving. She know where she dropped him off at. She know everywhere that she took him, everywhere that they went, because he didn't have no other girlfriend. He didn't have no friends like that with cars. So it wasn't like he was rolling around with anyone else.
Right,
But they wouldn't allow her to be involved. So she never, I don't remember her ever testifying or anything. My mom says she thinks she did once, but I don't remember it.
right. Your mom told me that she believes that she went to court with her one time and then was no longer
Yeah.
able to come to
She
court
even visited
again.
him in juvenile hall, but I think it was only like once.
Right.
And what's so
Wow.
crazy is even the people who testified against him, one of them got back on the stand and recanted his whole testament, said, "I'm a liar and everybody knows I'm a liar." And took back everything he said, and they still kept reading his statement. And it was
Right,
like,
because people wouldn't even come in to testify. So let's kind of go into it. So just so everybody is aware, Caleb was tried 3 times. He was tried 3 times in a trial, being convicted the third time. And it seems
"You
as
see your phone?"
if the judicial system tried him and tried till they got the conviction that they wanted. So the first 2 trials were a hung jury, and then the third, And they moved, correct? Here goes your mom. Okay, she be able to get some more of the information
Okay, because I
here.
was just about to call her on
There
another
she
phone.
goes.
Yeah, I'm
How you
here.
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. It kept saying that I was backstage.
Oh, finally you got back there. And I
You
recognized, I
that
said,
that
I
might
think
be
I
my
spelled
fault
her
because
name
I sent
wrong.
her the old link. That was probably my fault because I sent her the
Oh.
link from the other day.
Oh,
And then
okay.
I turned around and sent her the new link. So that was my fault.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But yeah, mom,
Yeah. I knew I
we're
spelled your
going
name
into
wrong. I kept
the
saying,
case
I
right
think I
now.
spelled her name wrong on the clip, the little promo I put up. I kept saying, I don't think she spells Deborah like that. How are you doing, Miss Burrell?
I'm doing very well. How you
You look
doing?
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
So
trying to
we
do
were just
something.
kind of talking about Caleb. Tell us, let's go back. Tell us about your son.
Um, you want me to tell you about the case or about him?
I want you to tell us about him first.
Okay. He's a very respectful young man. He was always a good son. Um, Anything I needed or asked him to do, he would do it growing up. I never had a problem. And like I say, he's a good guy. Good
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's tired
Like I
of
was
being
saying, Miss Christina, he's the
incarcerated.
epitome of what I believe a man should be.
Yes, you
Right.
said that. Yes.
Yeah. And
That's right.
he go to church. He's into his word. He knows the word real well. So I think I raised my kids pretty good. I tried to do a good job. Their father passed away, and he was like 12. Carina was like 5, and my oldest daughter was like 16. So
Oh, so you have an
um,
older daughter as well.
yes, I have an older daughter. Yes,
Oh, wow.
yes, I have
Okay.
3 children. Yes,
Okay, so
so
he's the middle child then.
he's the middle one. Yes, yes, I
Okay.
have one son and 2 daughters. I have a stepdaughter and I have a stepson. So 5
Okay.
together.
Okay. So now that we got an understanding or an overview of who your son is to you, besides your son, kind of take us through the day that you found out that Caleb had been arrested or detained.
I had came home from work and I got a call that evening from the police station. And I can't think of the officer's name right at the moment. I don't know if it was Lane or who, but he had called me and he said, "Do I have a son?" The way he approached me, it scared me. He said, "Do you have a son by the name of Caleb Harris?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And he said, "Well, you better sit down." And I was like, what's going on, you know?" And he was like, "Your son has been arrested for a murder." And I'm like, "Murder?" He went through the whole process of asking me about the night of the crime over the phone. He was like, "Where was your son at blah blah night?" And I said, "My son was here." And he said, he asked me, he said, "What did you have for dinner?" I even told him what we had for dinner. And then I said he had to leave and go get his keys from his sister's house. And from that point, that's when I went to like the police station or whatever and tried to find out more information of what was going on, which it wasn't much more that I could find out, except they said that someone had told him to come into the police station so they wouldn't think that he had anything to do with the crime. That was to get him to go. And that's what he did. Rather than tell me that he was going to the police station and go, he didn't go to school. He went there to let them know he had nothing to do with the crime. From that point on, he's been locked up. They took him to juvenile court and they bound him over for the adult court. They just bound him over for that. And he's been there ever since. And he had
So
go ahead.
were there no laws about in California? Because this is in California. Were
Right.
there no laws about the police talking to him as a minor without the consent of his parents?
It has to be. It has to be a law. I've always been told that, but they never addressed it. As far as my recollection, none of the attorneys that he had when he was in juvenile court, like I say, they just said bound him over for adult court, and they never said nothing about they questioned him or whatever without my presence or without my permission. None of that ever
Mama,
came
move
up.
around.
Why? Why should
Cause
I move?
you was skipping. Oh, cause you were
Oh,
skipping.
oh, okay. Is it?
Oh, oh, I can hear it fine. Are you guys having a problem hearing?
Oh no, I don't.
Okay. If you need to move,
Okay.
please, yeah, do whatever you need to do.
Oh no, I'm fine. Um, so anyway, we went through the first trial. He had a first trial in Torrance, California, which is the most prejudiced courthouse in LA County, and it was a hung jury. And they sent the second trial to Alhambra. They took it out of Torrance Court and sent it to Alhambra. I don't know what the reason was or whatever, but they sent it to Alhambra. And it was a hung jury there also. And the thing about it is, the young man, it was one of the young men that had testified about Caleb. They read his testimony in. They was like they couldn't find him, so they just had someone come in
Mom, I
and read.
thought he recanted his statement on the stand.
He did. He did, but I'm
Yeah.
saying in the second and the third trial, they just read his
Mm-hmm.
testimony in. And I don't know, it's just been crazy. We've been fighting ever since. And uh his junior high school teacher worked for Loyola, and he looked me up, contacted me, and said that they had an innocence project and trying to uh, try so they could help try
Oh, now it's
Caleb.
starting to skip. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Okay.
Okay, maybe I
Yes,
do need
ma'am.
to move.
Yes, ma'am.
So anyway,
So,
yeah, I was just like wanting to bring up a point that he did. He had 3 trials. No evidence was ever presented against my son. No witnesses, no DNA, no nothing. Even the witnesses that they had, they said that Caleb was not one of the people, but the DA was just so dead set.
Including the victim.
Huh?
I said including the victim.
The victim said she had never
Said that
seen
he was
Caleb.
not there.
Right. She had said that she had never
Yeah.
seen Caleb. And I don't know how really to explain it because I went through every trial and I have absolutely no idea. And even the one of the judge in the third trial, when he made the statement, I have a statement here where he even says, I can barely read it. Let me lighten it up here. Where I got it. Um, where the judge, he said, but there is just no, it says here, let me read the first part. It says, I know the people tried to show that the defendant may have thrown a Molotov cocktail, but there is just no evidence of that at all. And this is by Judge Hollingsworth. And he also stated that both the jury and himself personally feel that Harris did not intend this to happen or occur. Now, this was the judge. Even after the conviction, after the jury had went in, I don't know what they really based their decision on, but this was after the third trial. And he even said that him and the jury, they didn't feel like it was, Caleb was part of it or whatever, but they still found him guilty. On what grounds, I don't know, because there was nothing except they was taking the testimony of the young man that had testified. So, and they kept reading his statement in, like I say, he had at first, but he had came back and recanted. But they said that he probably recanted because he did not know how bad of a situation that it would be for Caleb. That's what they tried to make it seem like. Then they even tried to make it seem like it was a gang situation, which finally the attorney got them to stop addressing that point, that it was gang related. So it was just real crazy. It was just real crazy. And we just been fighting ever since, trying to find all different kind of avenues to get Caleb released. And they even have a law whereas George Gascon, he says that if you did not commit the crime, if you know, because what they got him as an aider and abettor, not for committing the crime. They got him as an aider and abettor.
That's what
Aiding
the
and
charges
abetting
started
got
out
him
as.
50 years to life.
That's what
That's
they got
what the
him
charges
as,
started out
aiding
as. Yes,
and
ma'am.
abetting. That's what it is. They don't have him for doing the crime. They don't even have him as being there, but they're saying, because one boy said, "Oh, he helped them make the Molly talk. Oh, he was there when they did this or that." That's what they have him for. They don't have him for actually committing the crime. I'm talking. They don't have him as committing the crime. They have him as aiding and abetting. So that's where his time came in.
Although although there was no evidence. So he
No,
has 25 to life sentences to be ran concurrently. He has
right,
done 29 years.
right.
He will be
Yeah,
47 November
no,
26th.
that's right.
And nobody has stepped in to assist and help the family with any of this.
No,
Has
no.
there ever been like a retrial on you all's behalf?
No, even the school, they had filed for resentencing, 1170, Senate Bill 1170. And the judge at Torrance Court, without even hearing anything, she denied it. She denied them the resentencing. She denied them to present any new evidence. So
Evidence
that's
that
why
could
it,
definitely help him.
yes, she denied it without even hearing everything. She just totally listened to the DA and denied it.
So you all have also involved or spoke with the Innocence Project.
Yes.
And what's the word on that? Are they stepping in to assist?
Yes, right now we're in the appellate court. They had to refile after they appealed it, her decision, because we had already won in the appellate court. They sent it back down to her and they said he is eligible to be resentenced. But
Right.
when they
Because they
got there,
even changed laws for Caleb.
exactly, she denied it without hearing anything. She denied it. So that sent us back for another appeal, and that's where they are now. We're waiting on another decision or whatever, another appeal.
And
But that's
Caleb
been
is
already
nervous
like
because
4 or 5 months
but
No, it's
he's
been
nervous
longer
because
than that.
he goes up for parole
in October.
in
October.
October.
Hmm. Yeah, this is his second time. The first time they denied it. Yeah. So here we are again. We're going through another parole, but it's been so many laws that changed. It
That are
has.
in his favor.
Yes, and it hasn't been addressed. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Um, but I know it's stuff that should have been addressed to help him out. And I did like a commutation thing for the governor. I've never heard anything back. I even called them and they said that they don't respond. If you don't hear anything, then that means it's not approved. And I was like, well, how do I even know you received the paperwork? I mean, can you assure me that you ever received? They was like, no, it's no kind of help with that. And I had completed another thing with Governor Gascon's office. They have a unit that helps with cases like this. And I kept calling. I have the lady's name and the other lady's name that I contact there but they always say, well, it's nothing yet. And the school, Loyola, is supposed to be helping you. So they're not really trying to help me either. I'm trying all kind of avenues with the governor's office, like I say, with the commutation or whatever. I tried with the DA's office, and I'm not getting anywhere. I know the school may feel like they're doing their best, but to me, the best ain't just enough.
It's not enough.
We've
It's
been
not
dealing with
enough.
the Innocence Project since 2012. That's how long it's been.
And they
And
got somebody to sign an advocate saying that they know my brother was not involved, and they still have gotten nowhere.
yeah, we've been dealing with them since 2012. They actually did not really accept the case till like 2014, but still, it's been like 10 years since you said that, you accept the case and you know that he's innocent, but still, it's like every year you're having new students, and then they graduate, they're gone. You have to put new students, and they graduate and they're gone. So it's a long process, very long process.
How has this been for you, though, Mrs. Burrell?
You know what? It's been hard. And I was alone. I had my daughters and my mother in the beginning when this first happened to me with my son. And I struggled because I have made it a life journey that I'm going to make sure as long as he's in there, I'm going to visit him, do whatever it takes to provide, help him, whatever it takes to keep him. Look out there at the car. Um, to whatever is going on. Then I got married. My husband has been a very good, supportive individual that helped me with my son. We try to do all that we can to um, whatever we can for him. I mean,
Uh-oh.
prison is prison,
Yeah,
and like I say, we just doing what we can. It's been hard.
right.
And my son, like I say, he's lost both his grandmothers, his grandfather. Is that me squeaking?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why it's doing that. See if I
It
can
just
move.
started doing it.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's much better.
Oh, okay. And like I say, a year ago in May, I had a heart attack. So, he's like at the point of like, oh my God, my mom, now my mom.
Yeah,
But I'm doing well. I'm taking care of myself,
good.
and I'm here. But it's still a struggle, and I'm not going to stop. My daughter, Carina, I'm glad she got this uh, going or whatever. Maybe we can touch someone's heart or something to help us.
That's what our hope is. We're hoping that we have right now is 408 people watching, 409, and we're hoping that you guys not only hit the like button, you share this, and that you reach out into Isaac Wright Jr., attorney at law. And you can also find him on Instagram under his name, Isaac Wright Jr., and let's reach out to him. Let's flood him. Let's give him Caleb's story so he'll look at this. This is kind of his specialty. Isaac Wright, he was incriminated himself, on some things that he said he was falsely accused of. He tried his own case, retried his own case, and then later got himself out and became an attorney. And so
Right.
we're hoping that Mr. Wright can help Caleb in some way. If we put eyes on this, I just feel like maybe we can get some things to shake. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what
Yes.
our hope is today in doing this and reaching out. Because I know
Oh,
Caleb
yes.
he was also fearful, um, that, sometimes people are going to form their own thoughts, opinions, and judgments.
That's
And
right.
it is what it is. But when you have the very person that was the victim that said, that's not the young man that was at my window, that's not
Right.
who that was.
Right.
And then the guy who actually committed the crime recanted and said that he was not with me. this had nothing to do with him.
Right. He always said that. I mean, he's still fighting the case too because he said he didn't commit the crime. But I mean, I can't blame him because I would want to get out of prison as well.
Yeah,
But I mean, he always admitted that Caleb was never with him.
yeah,
And I don't understand our system. Our system is so corrupt. It really is corrupt.
yeah,
And people, I mean, it's like, I have told some people, I was like, I know you may not believe me, but I sat through every trial of my son. No one ever identified him as being the one that was there. No one ever, there was no DNA, none of that. If they review his case, none of that is in there. So
yeah, yeah.
it's just a fight. I have to keep going.
Let me tell you what the most shocking part, as if it all isn't shocking, Mrs. Burrell. The most shocking part to me is the judge that says he knew there was no evidence. He didn't believe that Caleb committed the crime and then sentenced him to two 25-year to life sentences.
Well,
Well,
see, the DA wanted them to run separately, but the judge ran them together, which gave him the 25 with a L. And but it's like you say, the judge says he didn't believe it. He said he agreed with the jury, but yet they still found him guilty in the third trial. But to me, it's like people should realize this young man went through three trials before they got him. The first trial was hung, the second trial was hung, and the third, they brought him back to Torrance. Why y'all bring it back to Torrance? Why'd you take it away from Torrance the first time? But either way it go, it was not guilty. I mean, in Torrance, hung jury in Alhambra, and then they brought it back to Torrance. It make you almost think it was a plot how they did the jury because they had the jurors were not of my son's peers. They were police officers, wives and mothers and stuff, and it was just crazy.
wow.
It was just
Wow.
crazy. Yes. So
Wow.
I like I say, it took three trials for them to get him. They got him in the third one, but it wasn't a fair trial. It was
Yeah.
not a fair trial.
What, if anything, besides Caleb finally being set free, what is your hopes for people to know about your son and about this whole thing here?
I want them to know that my son was innocent. I want them to know that he's been fighting ever since he's been in there. I want them to know that the system is corrupt. The system is corrupt. There's a lot of changes need to happen in our system. I don't know where to start or how it would be able to challenge stuff because my son ain't the only one that they got up in these prisons. People be like probably thinking they in there, they must be guilty. Everybody say they innocent. No, everybody don't say they innocent. But there are a lot of innocent people that's convicted uh for crimes that they didn't commit. So, but I want people to know my son was innocent. I want that to come out. I want him to live his life. My son, he was like, Mama, I done missed all my first everything.
Yeah.
Going to prison. I didn't get to walk the stage, graduate. I didn't get my first car. I didn't get my this. It's like so many first that he missed out in his life. He's 46 years old. No children. They've taken his whole life. No children. I mean, it's like, what more can you take from a person,
Yeah.
And especially when they know that they did not commit that crime and you sitting in jail and it's just it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Well, I really I implore everyone to flood the system. Flood Isaac Wright, flood. Let's keep talking about Caleb. Let's push this out here. Let's get eyes on it, you guys, because it's like 29 years on something that you had nothing to do with. You went in, you missed school to just say, "Hey, I'm Caleb Harris. I had nothing to do with this. I was told to come in," and you find yourself in handcuffs. Um,
Ain't
I
let him
wish that
go
we
a
could have
day.
spoke to him. Say it one more
Yeah.
time.
I said he ain't been out not even a day since he
Not
went there.
again.
I said that's the worst decision you ever made in your life was not to tell me that. You go and,
Right.
let them know without me. They didn't even know my son's name. That's how bad it was. Whoever told them, because my son used to call himself like Romeo because he thought he was sweet with the girls. But it's like they didn't even know his name, and he went in and to let them know I didn't do this. If somebody done did a crime, you think they finna go up into the jail and tell you they didn't do it?
That's
No,
Willingly.
crazy. That is crazy.
no,
Wow.
no. So
Well,
whatever help we can get, it'll be much
yeah.
appreciated. Anybody that hear this, I appreciate
Please
it with
share
all
it.
my heart. Yes,
Please share
yes.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So appreciate you for your time. He was going to try to call in on the prison phone and get, trying to get through so he could have said a few things,
I think
but
he had tried before it started.
he did. And I missed the
Yeah,
call and I was like,
yeah,
couldn't,
yeah. But that's
but
okay. I'll let him know that we got through.
yes,
Yes, I'll let him know.
I
And I
so
thank you for
appreciate it.
your time too. I thank you for your time.
And just in case
Absolutely.
anybody wants to reach out to him or leave him a message, I've been operating his Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, I made him
Let
a
me put that
Facebook.
up for
I made him
you.
an Instagram. His Instagram is Romeo underscore God's child. And his Facebook, Mama, what's his Facebook? His Facebook is Romeo too, right?
I think.
What did I put it? Romeo Harris?
I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Well, if they contact him
Or
on the Instagram, because I don't know what it is on Facebook.
on
Okay, you said
Instagram, it's
Romeo underscore God's
God's
child.
child. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And you can leave him a message.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He
I
has
think so.
pictures.
That's right,
Yeah.
Karina. You
Yes, ma'am.
miss it's correct. Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so
That's
this
it.
is his IG.
Is he a Connie? I know that.
Say what?
No, she's letting everybody know that that's his Instagram.
Oh, uh-huh.
If you want to leave him a message, if you want to comment or anything, I check it every day, more
Yes.
multiple times a day, because he calls me a lot of times a day. So,
Well, listen, let me tell you something that's funny. We got to get him out because I can't get a date, and he asked if he get out, can he take me on a date? And I said, absolutely.
he
So I
on
can't get
one.
a date. We got to get him out.
Everybody want to date him.
See, the
Okay, yeah.
I was just sitting up like, what would be the odds? Because our life don't work normal. Our life is so
Okay.
unpredictable. I'm like, what
Okay.
would be the odds? Because he's a very particular type of man when it comes to
Mhm.
women. He don't like all of what's going on in the world now. I said, what
But
if
look, let me
me
tell
and
you,
Carina
even at
dated?
the holidays or his birthday and Christmas, I used to cook my dinner, put everything in the containers, and me and my daughters and my mother would go visit. And we couldn't give him any of the food, but I took our Thanksgiving dinner on the road and Christmas dinners on the road with us.
Wow.
But I still visit him on the holidays,
That's
always.
beautiful.
My mom has even
Yeah,
drove 15, what was it, a 15-hour drive to Susanville?
yeah.
But
Well,
she
I
was
didn't take
doing it in
15
10,
hours. I didn't
not
take
stopping.
15.
I think it is like a 13 to 15 hour drive though to Susanville,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you was busting it in 10 hours.
It was like almost 12 hours, cause I would leave at 4:30
Anywhere
in the
he ever
morning
has
and get there
been,
around
my mother
3.
has always
Wow.
not taken no time to get there the very weekend.
Wow.
No
That's a
time.
mother's love. That's a mother's love.
Yes,
Man, right? That's why I
indeed.
be so tripping off of siblings now because it's not the way that it used to be. You know what I'm saying? I would die for my brother. If it said it's your life for him to be free, I would give it without even thinking because he deserves to at least live a piece. I've lived a little bit.
Yeah.
He
I
hasn't lived
understand.
anything. And I
I
just feel
understand.
like I kind of feel like I'm running out of time because my mother is getting older
Yeah.
and we our grandmother was our world and we don't have her anymore. And I don't want him to not have anybody.
Yeah.
And I can't do it by myself. And I just feel like it's what's right. It's just what's right. My mother deserves to live her golden years with all of her kids free and well and with her. And
Listen, we're gonna move the legal eagle Ottawa to move in grace. You understand?
Yes, yes.
And like I told Caleb, I said you're only 46. Life begins at 40, so you ain't even seven yet.
All right.
You're not
Okay, that's
seven yet,
right.
so
Okay.
it's a lot yet to do. And
Yes,
mom is gonna be all right. Mom is gonna be around. And so
yes.
we're just gonna reach for the stars and we'll see what happens.
Okay,
absolutely, I appreciate you
Okay.
okay.
so much, Miss Petita.
Absolutely. I
Yes.
appreciate you both for coming on and allowing us to just hear your story and reach
Thank
out to
you.
Caleb. This is Caleb's Instagram, Romeo_God's child. I show appreciation to both of you.
Thank you
Okay,
so
thank
much, gratitude,
you.
Miss Petita.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Okay. Listen, if we could just flood Isaac Wright Jr., if we could just flood his Instagram DM, um, the phone numbers are up on the ad that I've put up. I was going to run the ad and realized I didn't load it into the system. My mind has been crazy everywhere. I have so many things I'm trying to do. Um, but if we could just, I'm gonna run it again. I'm gonna put it up again on all of the platforms one more time, even though people have liked it and commented. I want you to share it. Isaac Wright, he is an attorney in New Jersey, and I know he specializes in this. It's Isaac Wright Jr. And I just show gratitude for everyone, all 415 people that came on here just to see what was going on. Let's see what we can do for Caleb, 17 years old when he went in, lost his life. You can see how much she loves her brother. You can see how much Miss Deborah loves her son. And so let's just see what we can do to help this situation. I show gratitude to everyone. Peace and love. Okay, be blissful out here. Solitude Dewa. We shout out the soul and the spirit, and we ask that Ottawa, the mighty eagle, rule and move in Caleb's favor to help assist with this. I show gratitude. Peace.